If you make use of just these two simple words, you can become absolutely irresistible to any woman. Did you know that a short, specific phrase has the power to completely alter how women perceive you? Today, I'm going to show you how a clear and direct expression can significantly enhance your connections with women. These aren't magical words, but when they are used the right way, they can entirely change how you're seen and how you engage with others. The true power of these words lies in how they demonstrate your confidence and intention. And here's the best part. I'm going to teach you how to put this approach into action in your day-to-day life. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support not only motivates me to keep making content that's helpful to you, but also tells the platform that this is information worth spreading. So, can I count on your support? Let's get started. A common mistake that many men make is being overly accommodating or uncertain during conversations with women. Phrases like, "We can do whatever you want," or "I don't know, what do you think?" can unintentionally suggest that you're lacking certainty. What you might not be aware of is that being too flexible can reduce how confident you come across, and that alone can quickly lead to a loss of attraction. The key lies in using two words that women genuinely respect in a potential partner: confidence, clarity, and leadership. And those two simple words are, "I want." You might think this phrase sounds too basic, but it reveals decisiveness and the courage to openly express your desires. When you say "I want," you're not just making a request, you're showcasing leadership, which is a trait women naturally find attractive. Now that you're aware of the power behind these words, let me explain how to integrate them into real-life conversations. While saying "I want" is straightforward, weaving it into your everyday speech is what makes the real difference. For example, when you're inviting a woman out, steer clear of vague suggestions like, "If you're free, maybe we could hang out sometime." Be more direct by saying, "I want to take you to dinner this Friday." Notice the difference? That version sounds more confident and self-assured, rather than like someone simply hoping for approval. In the same way, when you're approaching a conversation with a woman, don't lead with uncertainty or hesitation. Instead, you can say something like, "I want to get to know you better. How about we grab a coffee this week?" This shows sincere interest and delivers your intentions clearly, which women find appealing because it conveys confidence and honesty. Before we go any further, have you ever thought about how one well-crafted text could make a woman think about you constantly? Just imagine sending a message that leaves a deep impression, even if she already has someone else in her life or only sees you as a friend. These kinds of phrases tap into emotion and focus, helping you create a stronger bond. If you're curious, click the link below to learn how to compose these captivating messages and have her eagerly anticipating your next move. Once you're in a relationship, the phrase "I want" becomes even more helpful for expressing your feelings without being vague. Instead of saying, "Whatever you want is fine," speak up with something like, "I want to spend more time with you this weekend. Let's plan something." This clearly communicates that you care about your time together and that you're taking initiative to grow the relationship. However, it's essential to balance confidence with consideration. Using "I want" shouldn't come off as bossy or self-focused. When used the right way, this phrase highlights strength and clarity without sounding pushy. Always remember, it's not only what you say, but also how you say it. Deliver your message in a tone that reflects respect and openness. That's how you leave a strong, positive impression. On the flip side, if you use this phrase carelessly or without empathy, it can easily be misread. Let's break that down so you can avoid any confusion. Here's a key idea to keep in mind if you want this strategy to truly work. But first, if you're finding this insight helpful, go ahead and drop a comment saying "I want" to let me know how many of you are ready to put this into action. Just to clarify, saying "I want" doesn't mean everything is suddenly about you or that the other person's thoughts don't matter. It's not about dominating the conversation or laying down rules. Instead, it's about being upfront with your intentions while still leaving space for the other person to respond and share their perspective. For example, saying, "I'd love for us to have dinner tomorrow," sets a clear intention. But if she says she's not available, You can follow up with something like, "I understand. How about Saturday instead?" That way you show confidence while also respecting her preferences. It's about being assertive without being rigid. Women are drawn to confidence and clarity, but being overly forceful can be a major turnoff. Most importantly, remember that this phrase isn't just about what you want. It opens the door for her to share as well. Being genuine and direct creates an environment for honest and respectful communication. That's how deeper connections are built, on mutual understanding and openness. Delivery is everything. It's not just the phrase itself that matters, but how you present it. Your tone, your posture, and your attitude all influence how your message is received. You don't want to sound like you're giving an order. Instead, speak with self-assurance while remaining friendly and open to her input. Now that you know the concept, it's time to apply it. Practice is what brings results. Here's a little challenge. Use the phrase "I want" 5 times a day this week. It doesn't matter if the situation is major or minor. What matters is that you begin developing that internal sense of confidence. Try using it in conversations with friends, at work, or even in casual situations. You'll begin to notice something. People will treat you differently. They'll start seeing you as more decisive, more respected, and even more magnetic. As we wrap up this video, here's a final takeaway. Don't just let this remain an interesting idea. Go and put it into practice. Knowing the method isn't enough. What truly matters is how consistently you apply it. Drop a comment below and let me know how you plan to use "I want" this week. Describe a situation where you think this could be useful, and then come back later and tell me how it went. I'd love to hear your experiences and results. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.